concept of revenue growth through price and not through volume. So what has Apple's response been? Raise prices and not just the sales targets. The new iPhone lineup carries a 12% higher average selling price compared to last year's iPhone 16 family. Key moves include iPhone Air, which is positioned as a premium over iPhone Plus that it replaces. The new 2TB iPhone Pro model at $1999, which is 25% higher than Apple's previous flagship. Now, strategic positioning that prioritizes margin over market share. Let's try and understand as to how does this math work. Even with modest expectations, Wall Street projects just 4% iPhone revenue growth next fiscal year. And the strategy makes financial sense when you combine a couple of factors. For example, a growing pool of users with different devices, higher average selling prices across the lineup, and Apple's historically loyal customer base. You get a scenario wherein small upticks in unit sales can have magnified revenue impact. So what's the bigger picture out here? This approach reflects Apple's mature market reality. iPhone revenue has averaged less than 2% annual growth over the past 3 fiscal years. Rather than chase volume through price cuts or dramatic innovation, Apple is betting that time and premium positioning will drive sustainable growth. The question isn't whether these phones are revolutionary. It is whether Apple can continue extracting premium value from a loyal but aging install base. Based on these numbers, that bet may well pay off. In closing, the one lingering question is that is Apple's premium pricing strategy sustainable as upgrade cycles lengthen, or will competitors eventually force their hand? Only time will tell.